Are the mics good where they are, John?
Yeah, we are good to go.
Open.
We are rolling.
The king lives.
I'm back, man.
Oh hell, the king.
I'm back.
They thought you were dying. The surrounding countries were starting to move in on our land and territories.
Yep.
And then they saw the flag raised from the castle and they backed the fuck off.
And some people thought maybe he was gonna take 2 weeks off. The king does not take 2 weeks.
I will say this: you probably should have. When I saw you attempt to get out of the car when you arrived, I was very disappointed in your choice of doing the podcast today. I know the people are glad. By the way, Freddie Prinze,
Josh Wolf,
Prinze and the Wolf.
I felt like it was time. You know, and now I'm gonna try not to laugh too much today.
See, bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna mess yourself up.
I got a great, and by the way, hello everybody, and thank you for all the well wishes. It's been fantastic. You guys reaching out has been amazing. And I just want to remind you that my special Father of the Year is still available on my website, comedianjoshwolf.com for $5.
You're not taking it off the website.
No.
So don't say it's always available.
It's available on the website.
So if you don't have $5 this week, wait till you get a little overtime, and then boom, that disposable income of $5, bam.
But your boy decided to do it himself, trying to get all the big dogs out of it.
That joke that you put up either this morning or yesterday was mad funny.
Well,
pulling muscles for no reason.
Have you pulled a muscle for no reason?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so embarrassing.
It's so funny because every generation has their version of it, right? Yeah. So, and every comic who represents that generation represents that joke in some way. And this joke is relevant to me now because you and I talked about this. Where like, I would get out of bed and my hamstring hurt, and it reminded me of an old Richard Jenny joke, where he was like, you know, getting old sucks. You walk into a room with purpose, and you're like, what the hell did I walk into this room for? He's like, or you wake up in the morning and you pull your hamstring and you go to work and you're like, my leg, it just kills. Like, oh, how'd you hurt your hamstring? Just fucking woke up.
Yeah.
And I was watching yours this morning, and it's like, I could totally see, because you do like storytelling, right? And maybe that's why I love you so much, because this is my favorite kind of rapper, storyteller rappers, my favorite kind of comics or storyteller comics. But you paint the picture so that you're visualizing yourself. The audience is visualizing themselves on the toilet.
With me.
No, as themselves.
Got it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see, the comics don't always, you guys understand what you do, but you don't always understand that you represent a generation.
That's interesting.
So we imagine ourselves as you in the situation, especially with storytelling comics. So when you're sitting there going, and I pull up my junk and I'm reaching back, like I see me doing that, and then I see me going, oh, my fucking shoulder.
So embarrassing.
Why would that hurt?
The most embarrassing place to do that, because then you also got to learn to do things with your left hand.
Dog, I pulled out my back to where like I legit felt like someone put a knife in the bottom of my back, and I know a lot of people around our age have felt like this too. And I had to take a knee, and it was for no other reason than picking up my dog's shit.
Oh no.
So I'm on the road and I'm like, down one knee, and now it's a waiting game. Because now it's like,
it's a total waiting game, Freddie.
Can I wait it out until, don't laugh. Do I wait it out until the pain goes away, and will that pain go away, or do I make the wife call, hey, you have to pick me and the dog up, I can't walk? I waited it out.
How long did you wait?
About 6 minutes. Could have gone at about 3, but I played a little safer than I used to. Like, I don't want to skydive anymore like I used to.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where it's like, I could go now, but I'm going to take the full. You know, like when a fighter gets kicked in the balls and you get 5 minutes, right? And the ref's always like, dude, that was a rough one. Take the 5. And the guy's like, no, I'm good. I wasn't the one that said, no, I'm good. I'm like, give me the full 5.
Let me ask you this. When you bend down and hurt your back.
Yeah.
What is your move, just in case anyone's watching, to make it seem like I didn't hurt myself? I'm just going to hang here for a second.
There's no move. There's no pride.
No move.
No dignity.
No.
No, it's, oh, fuck, this is bad.
Are you on one knee?
It was one knee. I'm down on bended knee.
And did you go one knee, like front row Little League pose for the entire 6 minutes?
It was a little tighter than that, but yeah.
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 I like the front knee little league pose.
It had to be. Though.
Yeah.
The body demanded that. Okay, so speaking of injuries,
Yes.
I want to know, where were you when the pain started?
Do you want to hear the whole story?
Yeah, but we got to like break it down the right way. If I let
Okay.
you run off the handle, it's going to be 12 stories. And pretty soon it'll be like, oh, and I took Jacob to surgery one time. And it's got to be the appendix.
I did take him to surgery.
I know, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm at the house. Now, I will tell you, man, like, I had just gotten off a plane.
What time of day is it?
It's probably 7 at night. I've been home for 5 hours. I missed, like, because if this had happened in Philadelphia where I was, by the way, great shows in Philadelphia. Thanks for the sold out rooms. It was amazing.
You guys almost killed my boy, but thanks.
It was amazing. And you guys bought all the hats and t-shirts I brought. It was amazing.
That's so great.
So, fly back.
Fuck yeah, Philly.
Smoke some weed with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves. Half an hour later, I start to feel this pain in my stomach.
Where in your stomach? Up high, down low?
Honestly, it was like up high.
Like indigestion?
Yes, that's what I thought it was.
Bad indigestion.
Real bad. So I told Beth, I go, I think I got food poisoning. I'm going to stay out in the living room area, kitchen situation tonight. I'm not feeling well at all. I can't get, but it's so different than anything I experienced. The weed wasn't helping. I couldn't get comfortable. There wasn't a side, back, side. I even went like, front on my knees, just kind of bend over, nothing works. And then the
fetal position.
Yeah, I tried that. Yeah. That doesn't work. And then I start getting nauseous. And Freddie, when I say vomit, there was nothing coming up.
Just dry heaves.
But they were so violent.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like...
That's your body talking to you.
Yeah.
You weren't speaking the language yet, but your body was like, yo, we're fucked.
Violent.
Call 911.
And quick. They were happening 7 at a time, but like,
And what time is this at?
From 11 p.m. to probably 2 a.m.
So Beth's asleep right now.
Asleep. I'm not going to wake her up. I'm not going to bother her for food poisoning, which I think it is.
Right.
And I wake up the next day, and she's like, how you feeling? And the pain has gone from...
Did you sleep at all?
No. The pain has gone from where the sternum is, basically, and started to make its way down. So I'm like, okay, this is food poisoning. It's starting to work its way out of my body.
So you've been feeling like this for about 12 hours.
Yes. And then the fever starts. And now Beth goes to a meeting, and the fever starts, and dry heaves keep going. She comes home from the meeting, and she's like, how you feeling? And I had 105. I was in my backyard.
105 is a wrap.
That's what she said. I go, I think I can wait this out. She was like, the fuck you are.
104 is hospital. 105 is a wrap.
Yeah, she was like, you're getting in the car right now. And we got to get to the hospital. So I'm still trying to play it kind of cool, but I can't find pants that don't hurt my stomach. And I throw on some Mack Weldons.
Hey now.
And we make our way to the hospital. So on the way to the hospital, I'm really starting to feel bad. So Freddie, we get to the hospital, right?
And you drove.
She drove.
She drove.
At this point, I'm not doing, honestly.
Well, you're a dumbass, so I figured you were like, oh, just tough it out.
Well, I thought...
Don't worry, Beth.
I told her, I go, I think I can make it one more day without the hospital. She was like, that's not happening.
Okay, so she was smart
assertive,
saved your life. Awesome.
So we get to the hospital, and she's kind of bickering with the guy who's supposed to let you, the gatekeeper. He's not, his bedside manner not great, and at this point, Beth is not really having the attitude. So I decide I'm going to go wait in the waiting room. Well, someone has shit in the waiting room. So...
Don't let
full on.
You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know before you go right to end somebody's shit in the waiting room.
So I'm like, you know what's not happening? Me in that waiting room, right? 0% chance, right? I already am not feeling great.
But at least there's a 5-second moment in this probably 16 hours.
Yeah.
Where maybe somewhere in your head you went, well, that guy's got it worse than me.
Well, you know what I actually thought? I'm like, honestly, right when the shit happened, I thought, oh, I hope things get worse so I can get a joke out of this.
Oh my, look.
That's the first thing I thought.
You saw the shit, or when you went in, someone had just shit?
So there was a strong shit smell. And there was a dude sitting by himself. You know what I'm saying? He had cleared like a radius around him. You know, that everybody was sitting on the other side of the waiting room.
That they couldn't make big enough.
No, because the waiting room is only so big.
Ain't no windows open in there.
Ain't no windows in that waiting room. So I hit a wall about an inch into the waiting room. And I see the people around this dude, and I'm like, not around. I'm like, well, guess what? Guess who's not going in there?
You're like, there's a hallway somewhere. I'm out.
Your boy is not going in there. Because I'm already nauseous. So I walk outside the hospital, which is basically Ventura Boulevard. And I lay down on the street, and I just start dry heaving and fever. And so then the guy at the front desk is like, hey, he can't lay out there. And she said, well, there's somebody shit in the waiting room. And he was like, yeah, but we won't call his name if he's outside the hospital. And she was like, there's shit in the waiting room. She said, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't call him because he's outside because there's shit in the waiting room, we're going to have some real problems.
Beth just put on her I'm done fucking with you hat.
We're going to have some real fucking problems. So we get called in. Laying in bed, they dose me up some morphine, and which morphine, always good. The guy comes in, he's like, man, your fever, so they put me in an ice bath. He's like, first of all, when your fever gets to 104, you need to be in the hospital. Yeah, what you just said. He said, why did it take you? I was like, I
hate when they ask that question while you're fucked up, by the way. It's like, you know what? I know I fucked up. Yeah. That's why I'm here,
Can you
asshole.
Help me?
Can we just work this out? And then when I'm feeling just a wee bit better, maybe when my fever's around, I don't know, 100, then you can be like, what the fuck were you thinking? Dude. I hate when people do that. Like, my son, like, has hurt his arm, or, like, I've seen, like, friends hurt their arm, and, like, I've seen parents the first thing, why would you do that? I've never done that to my boy because I've seen that happen so much. Otherwise, I probably would have. But every time, it's like, I always go, oh, dude, what happened? Are you okay? Because everyone else is like, oh, you dumb motherfucker. And they're like, yeah,
and when you get better, relax.
I feel wonderful right now already. So, sorry.
That's all right, dude. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, is this the time we're talking about that? How about some Tylenol, dude?
How about some
You know
Tylenol?
What I mean? So the guy goes, we can give you some morphine. And I was like, that should have happened already. But he said,
I'm sure that's exactly what
you're going to be nauseous. And I was like, I'll take the risk on that. So it gives me morphine. I throw up a couple more times.
Oh my God. Dry heave
still dry heave.
Oh, yeah.
So that night is pretty uneventful. I still haven't met my surgeon. You come in the next day and they're like your surgery's at 12:30.
So it's been 36 hours plus now?
Still haven't met my surgeon. So it's the surgeon, they're like, the surgery's gonna be at 12:30. I said, am I gonna meet the doctor beforehand? And they're like, we don't know. So I'm like, what is with this guy, right? He hasn't come in.
Money.
He hasn't come. I'm waiting out in front of the, and by the way, on my way down to the operating room, there are signs all over the hallway. Make sure this is the right patient. Make sure you're doing the right procedure on the right patient. Check this patient's name. Ask him what is ailing him. In the operating room, there were signs on every wall. Make sure this is the right patient. And I turned to the anesthesiologist. I'm like, there's only one reason for that sign. He was like, you know it, right? And so this dude leans into me, the doctor. I'm waiting in the hallway, and I'm just sitting there in pain. I'm a little doped up, and out of nowhere, this dude just appears. I'm like, huh? And he goes, how you doing? I'm your doctor. And I won't say his name. I go, how you doing? And I go, so what do I need to know about the surgery? He just puts his hands on my shoulder, and he goes, I've done a million of these. He goes, I'm the best. And I was like, and the way he said it to me, I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna take a little sleep, right?
That's all it took to make you think he was the best?
Listen to me. So listen. Because
what if he got C's in college?
The nurses have been telling me, this guy's so good at this. He's so good at this. He does, when we call people, this is the guy. So he comes in, like the wind.
I like it.
And he's like, right? And I'm like, cool. Because I'm going to sleep like, you know, not everybody could instill me with that kind of confidence, but just a look in his eyes was just like, hey man, whatever you're worried about.
The look in his eyes, I love it.
He was like, whatever you're worried about, it shouldn't be this.
I got it,
right? So I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have a nap. You know what I mean? I got no worries. So I wake up. He's gone. By the way, next 2 days.
He's like Kaiser fucking
Dude,
Soze.
he was
and just like that.
He's gone. Dude, Freddie, you know what he was like? He was like the Bagger Vance of fucking appendectomies, because he came in like this mystical creature, healed everything.
He was like 6'4", handsome.
No, I didn't see him for the next 2 days.
Tight face.
I still have never
I've
seen him.
this guy somewhere.
I've still never seen him. He never came to see me. I was like, is the doctor coming? And they're like, I don't know. I'm not sure he's coming in. And they're like, are you feeling well? I'm like, I feel great. The night after the surgery.
How do you know it was this doctor?
I don't even know if he worked at that hospital.
I was going to say, it might have been like one of those fugitive things where Harrison Ford's change of surgery to because he happens to be much better than the Julianne Moore character.
I don't know. Maybe he stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But he was really good. So the next day a little sore, and so I'm laying in bed, and they give the hospital underwear.
So this is now a 4-day adventure.
I was in the hospital Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Good God.
Tuesday after the operation, right? They had given me, they'd taken my Mack Weldons off, and they'd given me hospital underwear.
They probably kept those bad boys.
Yeah, you know they did. And so, but I was peeing in bed.
Thank God he had Mack Weldons, or his dick would have exploded. They saved this man's life.
Well, we would have pulled his appendix out of his dick.
I think they would say that.
Yeah, I think they did. I think that's going to be Mack Weldon. We'll save your dick from an appendix surgery. That's the next one, guys. Don't worry, we're going to have that one out soon.
Oh, yeah, they're excited.
I'm peeing in the bottle, right? And it's like a plastic horn kind of thing in bed. And I spill a little on myself.
You spilled pee?
A little on myself. I'm like, oh no. So I put the plastic horn and I ring the button for this young girl, right? She comes in. She's like, hey, it's like 2:33 in the morning.
Gotta deal with piss.
She's like, hey, what's going on? And I go, I'm sorry, my underwear's on the ground. I go, can I have another pair of underwear? I got a little pee on me. And she goes, just like this, she goes, you need a diaper. And I went, what? She goes, she goes, do you need a diaper? I go, no, I don't need a diaper.
So
I go,
I would be so hot. I'd be like, what the fuck?
I go, no, I just need some more underwear.
Just fucked up a little bit.
Freddie, and then she goes, did you make a mess? And I go, yeah, but not the kind of mess you're thinking about.
She's talking to you like you're her grandfather.
I said, how old do you think I am?
Grandpa, don't forget a sweater. It's only 50 outside.
So, I go, no, I just spilled some pee on me.
You're like, do you not see how the workout, girl? Look at that bicep.
And she goes, if I were you, I'd take the diaper. And I go, I'll take the
She
underwear.
just didn't want to have to deal with the pee again.
So I put the underwear on. The next morning, now listen, the nurses, the entire time I've been there, have been like, you have to pass gas. Make sure you pass gas. If you don't pass gas, you're backed up, and then we're going to have to go back in. You got to pass gas.
Okay.
So I would take laps around the second floor, which is like a rectangle. And so the morning, and my nurse is wearing a mask this day. She's like, I'm just recovering from a cold.
Would you try to bust ass during the walk?
Well, that's when it happened, because it loosens you up, right? So
like you just do like lap 6, all of a sudden just fern right by there.
You know, it's
wait, is that?
It's like the walk and fart, the grandpa walk and fart. You know what I mean? Where it just kind of slips out.
You're supposed to do it, but both parties are way bummed out that you're doing it.
And
do you see what I'm?
Yes.
I would leave. Like if I was the nurse, I'd be like, nah, man.
Yo, man, you're on your own, right? And not like that. I don't want to fart in front of this stranger.
That's what I'm saying.
So the first walk in the morning, no farts. I hold them in. Right?
You don't hold them in. They told you not to. You're so stupid.
Right. Second time, I can feel a little gurgle. She goes, you didn't pass gas that first walk. And I said, no. She goes, did you have to? And I said, yeah. She said, listen, if you farting is the worst thing that happens to me in the hospital, this will be the best job ever. She said, do you want me to tell you?
She's like, I work.
Yeah, she was like,
fuck hospital.
Do you want me to tell you the stuff that I've seen? I'm like, no. She was like, farting. But she's got her mask on because she's had a little cold. So we walk.
Yeah, that's what she told you.
So we walking around turn 1, and I can.
They
feel
do
one
a million
burger.
of these surgeries there. Remember?
Oh, she knows. We're doing and I have just eaten some, because it was the first thing I could taste, some pudding. But the pudding had whole milk in it, and whole milk makes me go.
Nice.
So I'm walking.
That's good info.
We turn. Well, it will be. We turn first corner. Feel a little gurgle.
Into the first turn.
Turn second corner.
Josh Wolf, number 27, in third place, but gaining fast.
Turn second corner, and I turn to my nurse. I'm like, I think it's about to happen.
He's going to make the pass on the outside.
We turn the third corner, And what came out of my butt...
No one turns on the outside. Oh my God, it's gonna pull it off.
What came out of my ass, you know, like if Steph Curry dribbled the ball really close to the ground 30 times in a row, you know the sound I'm talking about? You know what I mean?
Like a Rambo.
Yeah.
Nothing's the same.
She goes to me, good for you. And I was thinking to myself, man.
See, she said good push.
I said I should.
Hey, good push, kid.
I should have taken that diaper because I shit myself. Or I blew a tire around turn 3.
You blew that's why no one passes on the outside.
I blew a tire on turn 3.
Because all that debris on the outside and it's what pops the tires.
So I get shit in my pants. And I know I got turn 4.
But it's not the same nurse from last night, right?
Different nurse.
She was right.
So I
know. Hey, nurse, I'm sorry for criticizing you.
You were right.
You were dead on and I was dead wrong.
When she said you should take the diaper, because now I know I got turn 4 and then I got to make it up the hallway to my room.
To the pit stop. You got to make it to pit row.
Got to make it to pit row.
On 3 tires.
Yes. Now I know she's not smelling it because she's got the mask. But I know everybody else I'm passing.
And a cold, thank God.
Yeah.
She had a cold.
And I know everybody else I'm passing is smelling it.
No, you're the guy that shit in the waiting room.
Yes. Exactly. And here's the thing, Freddie, like, I had my brother ask me, he was like, you sure they could smell it? Look, guys, poop smells so bad, we decided to put it underwater, and it still smells.
Yeah, it smells.
It smells.
I promise everyone smelled it.
So there's no...
That's like when someone goes, anybody else smell that skunk? Yeah. We all smelled it, just nobody wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. So I'm passing people in the hallway, and I'm like, oh,
right.
No.
How many people?
2 nurses that were also taking care of me without masks on.
Damn.
Another patient.
Damn, that's rough. Because you walk by them, and you know they smelled it, and you want to know if they turned around to do the face, but the shame won't let you turn around, so you just have to take this other shame, the walk of shame.
I'm taking the
Dude,
L.
this is so lose-lose. I've never had more sympathy for you in my life.
Gets worse.
No!
So I pull into my room, the pit stop. And I tell the nurse, I'm going to stop in the bathroom and brush my teeth.
They're taking this, getting all the tires off.
Take the drawers off. And sure enough, there is, what was the name of that 90s band? Puddle of Mud?
Damn it.
Yeah,
you didn't have to say that.
So I take it off.
You didn't have to say Puddle of Mud.
I take it off. I put it in the trash can. I take a washcloth. I wash it up. I wash myself up. I throw that towel in the trash can. And then I throw 2 other towels in the trash can just for good measure, just out of respect for how I treated their homie.
You're like, Kobe?
Yeah, I was like, you know what, sorry, you guys. So, and I shut the door, which is like the bathroom is the size of an airplane bathroom.
Yeah, they're small.
I sit back down. I'm laying down, and I'd forgotten about the shitty mess that I've left in the bathroom.
Do you have clean drawers on, or are you just
clean drawers?
Rocking it? Okay.
And my curtain's drawn, but the door's open. And the dude comes in to, take out the trash and shit. Opens
Come on, man.
the bathroom door.
Come on.
And this is a seasoned veteran.
Such bad timing for this guy.
Opens the bathroom door.
Come an hour earlier.
And I hear him go, "Good guy." Now you can imagine he's seen some stuff. You know what I mean? He's seen some stuff. So for good God to come out of his mouth.
He ain't a fan of Puddle of Mud.
Right.
He's like, fuck that band.
And my brother said to me later, he goes, "Man, you should have just told him you shit yourself." And I said, "Why?" He goes, "You don't think anybody else has blown a tire around that track? Everybody's blown a tire."
Could have given him a warning.
He said, "But now you're the dude who shit himself and threw his underwear away in the bathroom, and they're going to tell that story." And I was like, "Oh, you're right." He was like, "You're going to be the guy who they found shitty washcloths in the trash can.
And 2 clean ones on top for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason."
That'll be the part they trip up. Why did they put the clean ones?
Yeah, they're like, "Who's this psychopath?" It was like...
Now you're the shame guy.
And you know what else?
You're shamed.
Freddie,
You're hurt and you're shamed.
They shaved my junk, right? But they just shaved it to the base. They didn't shave the sides. So my dick looks like a Hasidic Jew.
You've been disfigured.
It's got the stuff on the side, but nothing on top. You know?
Shamed.
It's got the fucking... My dick looks like a Hasidic Jew.
Assaulted.
But I'm feeling great.
You're alive. I'm happy for it.
Feeling great.
I'm glad you survived.
Survived.
And I still don't think you should be here.
You know what, man? I had to cancel a couple weekends because they said you definitely can't fly. I'm taking it easy, but I don't take it easy that well.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't take it easy.
But this
that means
is my
you don't
version
want
of
to.
taking it easy.
All right, but I mean, you barely got out of your car. This is a lesson for a lot of you, and for me too. I tried to come back too quick after my spine surgery. Fucked my neck up again doing jujitsu. Set me back like another 6 months because I was a hard ass dummy like you.
Yeah.
That's why I can say it, because I know what I see, because I've been it. And you're doing the same thing. And this is for all y'all, man. Like, recovery is way more mental than physical. Your body's gonna heal with or without your help. Like, it just does that. The part that's your job is the patience, the ability to wait. No, not to rock great music. The ability to wait even when you don't want to, in order to allow your body to heal correctly and more quickly. And it's also mental. And sorry for if you guys hear all the construction going on. They're building up this like whole area, so there's a lot of bonk, bonk, bonks going on. But also the mental is the discipline to do, if it's a muscle or a structural injury, then to do the physical therapy. If it's an organ type thing or the types of things that you went through, the patience to not go fucking hardcore and be swinging no golf clubs. Don't be pretending to swing a bat like you were doing before we started the podcast, dick. No, but don't worry, my core's not tight. Like, don't even fuck around.
The doctor said 6 weeks before I work out.
Oh, that's going to be tough for you.
That actually is going to be tough, 6 weeks.
I can see you holding out 3, but the last 3 are going to be tough.
You know what, dude? That is an exact quote that I gave Beth. I go, I can see myself doing the first 3.
I think so, dude. But that's not to say that what is going on over there?
It sounds like somebody's about to come in.
It sounds like someone's about to open this giant door.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I hope they do.
Me too, dude. That would be amazing. And what if there was...
It feels like The Purge. Like, we're in here safe, and there's like villains out there trying to get in.
What would be, if that opened, what would be the best thing that you could possibly see? Not outside of.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, what could we yell that would freak them out?
What would be like? What would you kind of be like fantasy wise? Be like, it'd be really fun to see if they opened that door that was about to come in here.
Fucking elefante.
Oh shit!
Yeah, big ass elephant.
A big ass elephant. Do we know this guy?
What's that? No, but I think they're just checking it out. They're like, yo, what up?
There was an elephant in Studio City.
What do you mean? Like, it got loose?
Oh, I wish. They did it one year. They had a parade, and the kids could get on elephants. And they did it one year, and I think they were like, we're one loud noise away from.
Yeah, that seems way irresponsible and way stupid.
One loud noise away from there being no businesses on Ventura Boulevard ever again.
I'm the furthest I go with elephants is like in the zoo.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, leave these animals alone, man.
What's your favorite? Did you have one growing up? Like when you went to a zoo? Your favorite, like, animal or? Yeah,
I love the giraffes, mainly because the exhibit took you upstairs, so you were head high with the giraffes. Right. It was called the Rio Grande Zoo. It was in New Mexico, and that was my favorite exhibit. And I would go anytime I could go. And the zoo was mad cheap back then. And my daughter, I've told you this story before, my wife and I were donors at the Los Angeles Zoo, which is way underrated. And like Slash from Guns N' Roses, speaking of patience.
It's a great zoo. What's the problem with that zoo?
People just don't think about it. But Slash donated over 100 of his own personal like reptile collection and spent $2 million on this whole like reptile house where they're all kind of housed and stayed. He donated this giant salamander that's got a head like a fucking spade shovel, venomous snakes, non-venomous, crazy looking frogs, like all kinds of cool shit, right? So I would bring my daughter there a lot, and in the mornings for donors, they will take you to 3 exhibits an hour before the zoo opens and let you interact safely with safe animals, right? Yeah. Like, they ain't gonna let you fuck with a lion or a gorilla or nothing, but you can fuck with a tortoise, or you could fuck around with, some of the snakes.
I like those peacocks that run around by themselves.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. Yeah. They got the good life, and they like mob up on other birds when crows come in. The peacock's like, fa, 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 fa.
I really do.
And they all go like fucking Ray Liotta, little Ray Liotas. So my daughter sees their giraffe exhibit. Uh-huh. And she falls in love with the giraffe as soon as she sees this like majestic, beautiful creature that's taller than the trees around it. And she's just a little girl. She's 9 now, so it's about 5 years, so 4 years old. And we bring her in. The guy goes, "Hey, you can try to feed him, but don't get upset. He doesn't let anybody feed them. So he goes, if you want, we can go to some of the younger ones, and eventually they'll come up. And Charlotte walks up and holds this leaf, and I'm not even holding her at this point. And she holds up this stick with these leaves on it, and this giraffe just comes right down. His name's Artemis, and he was like the alpha there that was teaching all the giraffes what it was all about. Comes right down, boom, eats the leaves right off the stick. And I'm sitting there like, hey man, is that just something you say so the kids get spit? He's like, no, that's weird. And I was like, oh, okay. So the next time we go, she's, about 6 months later, we go, same thing. I'm like, dude, this giraffe loves my kid. And he goes, yeah. So it's amazing. So then they have this relationship. So then as she gets older, she starts bringing her friends. We bring them on this thing, and they won't let us bring too many because they don't want to freak out the kids, but we can bring like 3 or 4 kids. And they all go out there, and the giraffe won't take food from any of them. And then Charlotte goes, Artemis, Artemis, and she holds up a branch and feeds him. And then she holds up a branch with her little friend and lets it go, and then Artemis eats from the other kid. And the same guy, he's this like 6'2" zoologist guy. He takes care of the giraffes there. And he's looking at my daughter like, the hell, man?
That's crazy.
Like, that's crazy. So then, this goes on for years. And then a year and a half ago, we go there, and he goes, hey, I'm really glad you came. The zoo in Denver needs a male giraffe to teach their young male kind of how to be the alpha. And so Artemis is going to go to Denver, and my daughter is like dead. Like, she's bawling there, like in the zoo.
Yeah.
She's dead. Like, you literally just
How
said.
long do giraffes live?
A long ass time. So she's just heartbroken, tears down her face. There's no way to console her. I just have to let her cry. Even like I'm telling you, my eyes like well up because it's just heartbreaking, right? My son doesn't quite get it, but he knows she's sad. He can see it there, and she goes to feed him for like I'm gonna cry for the last time. She's like crying. I can't even finish the story. I'm gonna get so sad. So then she says her goodbyes. And she meets the giraffe he's been teaching how to be the new man on campus. And she feeds him. And Sarah's like, she can't even watch. Like, she's just dead, crying worse than Charlotte, worse than I am right now. And we go, and then that's the last time for Artemis. And then we finally went back. She didn't want to go for a while. And she even has like this big, huge stuffed animal giraffe in her room. She calls him Artemis. And we go back. And she sees the new macho guy, and she feeds him. And then she sees this baby giraffe named Sophie, who she just falls in love with. And the guy's known her for so long now, he lets Charlotte feed this baby giraffe that's not even out in the exhibit yet. This is behind the scenes. And so now that's like her new
That's awesome.
Found love. But like to see, you said what was your favorite exhibit, and it just always trips me out. My daughter and I always had the same one. But she just has this crazy way with animals. I told you when we saw, they have a silverback there named Kelly. And he's literally, they're saying there's the 400-pound gorilla. He is the 400-pound gorilla. So he's kind of intimidating, right? And you can smell him before you see him because they let up these pheromones, right? To let you know this is my spot. And in the mornings before the zoo, the zookeepers will sprinkle some popcorn in the grass. And the gorillas like to come out and like pick it out, and they get this like snack, right?
Yeah.
So this motherfucker comes out, and it's just me, my cousin Shaheen, who's then was a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps. He's even higher in the Marine Corps now. He's the highest rank an enlisted soldier can reach without going to like officer school and stuff like that. He's there with his daughter. I'm there with my daughter, and Kelly comes out. We smell him first, and it's like, oh god, dang man, it stinks. And then he comes out and he looks straight at us. And he goes, oh. And both me and Shaheen's a Marine. And we're both like, damn, dude. And then he turns his back to us like, fuck you. You're not going to watch me eat.
Which exhibit is he behind the glass?
He's behind glass.
Is he behind so he's in that little thing. I know the one you're talking about. He's behind the glass.
But it's open air.
It's not the big open one.
That's the chimpanzees.
Got it.
So he turns his back to us and he's eating popcorn. And I'm like, yeah, he don't really want us to be here. Like, this isn't, and it makes me, I don't want an animal to be unhappy. So I'm like, man, we're going to just fuck off. And my daughter goes, Kelly. And he can't see her. And she goes, Daddy, can I please climb up on you? And she goes, Kelly. And she starts climbing up on me. And this big ass gorilla looks over her shoulder And so my daughter's friend starts climbing up her daddy, and he turns all the way around. And now he's looking at my daughter, who's climbing me like I'm a tree. He don't give a shit about me. He's not looking at me anymore. He's only looking at our kids. And he cocks his head, and he kind of he's got a handful of popcorn and a fist on the ground, and he kind of one-hops it closer to the glass. And he's looking at them, and I'm not joking. Motherfucker just starts eating popcorn. Like he's watching a movie. Like he's watching us. Like, what are these kids doing? And he was totally chill with us, man. Because the kids were like, he's looking at them like they're innocent. They don't know that I would rather be in the fucking jungle. You assholes do know that. And fuck you.
And you guys got some testosterone coming off.
Yeah, but because he's letting us know your testosterone ain't shit.
Yeah.
So my testosterone was like, we're good, we'll stay. Dude. But so she's always had this like wild love for animals, and they've always had a real strong connection with her. She even got bit by her friend's turtle, and she told her friend, she was like, hey, we need to stop. It doesn't want us to play with it. And her friend was like, well, it's my turtle. I'll do whatever I want. She goes, well, it already bit me. She goes, yeah. And she goes, and I'm going to say it's bad. And Charlotte went to the girl's mom and said, hey, she's going to do something to this turtle, and she's not supposed to. Like, she was going to like hit the turtle.
Yeah.
And the mom came up, and I came to pick her up. I didn't know what happened afterwards. And I get there, and the daughter's mom's talking to me. She goes, yeah, we don't know if a pet is going to be the best thing for our girl. And she's telling me the whole story, and Charlotte overhears like the end of it, and she goes, daddy, can we have the turtle? Which is a no.
That's a strong no.
It's such a strong no.
We had a snake.
Well, that's a huge no too. Sarah loves them, but I hate snakes.
Jacob got bit by it, and then we were like, that's the end of the snake.
The hell with that.
Yeah.
So it was a no on the turtle, but she like, I don't know, man. Like even when she gets bit, like it's just there's a fearlessness about her. She's like, that was my fault.
Yeah, my daughter.
And I'll treat this differently. You know what I mean? And your daughter actually like works with animals now, which is crazy.
In a vet office. She's the same exact way. It was so bizarre. I remember we were at that. She used to love to go to the zoo in LA here, and there was this gorilla. We were sitting there, and this dude was like mocking the gorilla, and the gorilla looked like he was kind of playing with it. And the kid was like, ooh, 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 right? And the guy turns his back and starts to ooh, ooh, ooh for the person who's filming him. Gorilla shit in his hand, lofted it out of the enclosure.
Yes.
Maybe landed like 2 feet. But I was like, first of all, that dude, Hu Flung Poo, whatever, that should be his gorilla name. But Hu Flung Poo has pretty good aim from 75 yards away. You went
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe? Yo.
That's a warning shot.
But they're so much smarter and more aware than I think I ever gave them credit for.
I think a lot of animals, and there's some dumbass animals too that just don't think like that. But there are animals that I don't think just express emotion, but have that same kind of like human loyalty bond. And you see that in the wild. You see, like they call it a mob of this, a flock of this, a gaggle of that. Like there's a reason for that, and it's instinct, but it's beyond that. I think there's a lot of emotional connection.
I think it's a murder of crows.
A murder of crows is absolutely correct. But I've seen animals mourn, like elephants mourn.
Yeah, it's so crazy,
like,
man.
They legit mourn. They have a mourning period. Like it's hardcore, man. I've always been very tender-hearted when it came to them. I told that story when I accidentally like ran over a cat in high school and I cried. I still feel so bad about it, man.
Dude, it's so even when a bird flies into the window at the house.
It's like, oh no.
That's why we ended up saving that stupid fucking rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had just never.
But that's okay. You got a tender heart, man. I mean, you got love. You got love.
I wish I had just never seen it. You got love in your hearts.
You do.
Dude, you've been very nice this football season. Have you, and I've had a lot of people hit me up. Have you picked your team yet?
Okay, how much time do we have left? Well, we still have a little bit.
We got a little bit of time.
So,
by the way, somebody told me, let me just say this before I start.
Before you start, you asked me a question.
There is a new fad. Before you start, there's a new fad. Somebody made me promise that I would ask you this. People are eating peanut butter and mayo sandwiches.
Never.
I think
people are done.
Kick those people out of the country.
No, people are done.
In another country, they should get thrown out of.
If you want to, you're the king.
Peanut butter and mayo.
Hey, man.
That's an abomination.
Half the people on Earth are pretty fucking dumb. And pretty... Oh, well, I'll say this. Pretty dumb, and the other half are pretty smart.
Yep.
And then half the people are pretty good, and the other half are pretty evil. And you're just talking about the dumb half right now.
The dumb evil half. If you eat peanut butter...
I don't know if they're evil, but they're for sure dumb.
Yeah, if you eat peanut butter with mayo...
Then you're dumb, straight up.
What?
There's no reason to combine them unless you're dumb and you're like, hey, I wonder what these two things would taste like together. You know who thinks like that? Fucking dumb people.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Yeah, because you don't, there's only a couple things you would combine with peanut butter to begin with.
Even these hamburger things, like these burger places that go too far and they think they're being creative. We're being right-brained. We're expressive chefs. No. You're just actually selling a dumb idea. And nobody was there to say, bro, that's a dumb idea. Here's a peanut butter and jelly cheeseburger. I've seen these on a menu.
What?
No, bro, that's dumb. It's not creative. I know you created it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it good. That's dumb.
I agree with you.
It'd be like going, hey, we put 5 wheels on this car. Why?
Yeah.
We just thought it'd be cool. No, it's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's an idea, but it's a dumb idea.
I will tell you, I say this to Beth all the time when we walk into restaurants. I'm like, they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
They're trying. Why is there 74 ingredients in this sandwich?
You don't need it, man.
It's not artisanal.
Need it. That's the thing.
Yo.
This is artisanal cheese.
It's a sandwich.
This is artisanal olive oil. Motherfucker, that's olive oil.
Yeah, man. Don't call me. It's an artisanal sandwich. Get the fuck out with that.
You better put some olive oil and vinegar and salt and pepper on that bitch.
Yo, there's still bread. 2 pieces of bread. Yeah, dude. Like, why are we reinventing? It's like when things are good. I go back to. I'll just say nuts. We'll go back to nuts and brownies. When things are good, the brownie is good. And why? What are you trying to improve on? What are you doing?
But a nut is just a preference. People are taking it. You're talking about one ingredient. People are trying to combine things that have no business together. You can't say nuts and chocolate don't go together because I know you ate a motherfucking Snickers bar at least once in your life.
Yeah, that frozen Snickers bar.
All right, so that ends that argument.
Is the frozen Snickers
bar... Your preference on a brownie is your specific preference, but the nut on brownie people are not the peanut butter mayo people. That is not the same class.
That's a different level.
You can call
of
them evil,
yes,
but not dumb.
It's not. It's a different level of sick. Peanut butter and mayo.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
That person's got a body buried in their yard. Like, if I was going to make a profile, an FBI profile of a dude who, if we were going to make it, if you and I were FBI agents, we were like, well, he eats peanut butter and mayo.
This fantasy won't happen.
I mean, this dude, us as FBI agents? Are you kidding me?
Yo, so many innocent people would be in jail for just because of the dumbass.
Is that mayonnaise?
Let me tell you what I think he was actually trying to do. And we would just come up with the stupidest shit and convince ourselves we were right.
Yeah.
And the guy would be like, what?
Yeah, man.
I would never even think of that. Yeah. You asshole. No, everyone
ran a stop sign. No.
Yeah, but why did you run
we
that
did.
stop sign? I think you were going to kill your wife.
Yep.
No, I love my wife. No, you were going to kill you. And then we would get him arrested.
We found some mayonnaise packets in your glove compartment. Only a serial killer carries mayonnaise packets in their glove compartment.
Listen, if you like mayo, I'm not mad at you. I don't like it on my food. But if you're combining mayo with things because you like mayo and you think you're being creative, you're just being dumb. It's not good. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just dumb.
All right, I'm going to go further than Fred. It's dumb.
You want him dead.
And you're wrong. And if you're putting mayonnaise with peanut butter, you should be somewhere else.
Yeah, but see, once you say they're wrong, they go, if loving mayo and peanut is wrong, I don't want to be right. You can't ever give someone the opportunity to say that.
Well, how about we just call them dumb as shit?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Because there's also a big group of people who are now putting mayonnaise instead of tomato sauce on pizza with cheese and
also dumb.
And peas. I mean, what is happening?
Also dumb. And they go, oh no, it's just different. It's creative. I get it. It's very different. And I know you think it's creative because your bar, as far as what is creative and what isn't, is much lower than the mainstream's bar for what's creative. So yes, you created it, but what you created was stupid. And everyone does. Dude. Leonardo da Vinci created a helicopter. It didn't work. That's a dumb idea.
Dude.
A dumb idea. He couldn't make it work. These guys made something, right? Hey, look, I made this pizza with mayonnaise. Right, but what you made is dumb and stupid, and it doesn't work. You like it. Leonardo da Vinci liked his helicopter design. He kept a model of it in his workshop.
Yeah, that's true.
But it didn't fucking work. and neither does that.
You should be a judge on one of those cooking shows. Hey man,
they've asked me before.
What were you thinking about that? I was thinking, let me stop you right here. Because I'm going to tell you right up, you were dumb.
No, I'd be too. They asked me to do one time to do the kids one, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to say anything mean to a kid. Like, I can't wreck a kid's dreams. So no matter what they make, I'd be like, this is fucking amazing.
What if they had made mayonnaise bowls of meat?
I wouldn't have eaten it, but I'm an actor, so I'd be like, man, this is fucking. I wouldn't say fucking because it's kids chopped. I guess you can't say it if it's grown up chopped either. But even then, that would be. I don't ever want to be a dream crusher, right? And I would be way honest, like that Simon Cowell dude. I always felt like people would boo him, but I'm like,
he was the best.
Man, that motherfucker's telling the truth. That girl ain't ready, or that boy ain't ready. Like, but everyone hated him, and I would never want to hurt people's feelings.
He was funny too.
He was, but he wasn't ever lying. He was always like, look, that wasn't good. And they'd be like, boo. I'm like, man, I thought it was shit. How did they even get on the fucking show?
Dude, but you were kind of upfront with me about my balls and meat.
That's shit. That, because you gave me all the, I'd love for you, I would expect you, if I pitch you an idea, if you were like, man, I don't know about that one. Then I'd be like, hey, maybe that's not as funny as I thought it was.
Right.
So I was hoping that if I go, yo, that sounds horrible, that you'll go, man, maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was. That's the goal there.
You turned out to be correct. You turned out to be correct.
So bank that and then remember it.
You know what you don't need in your meatballs? Carrots. Carrots, 100%. You know, cause
were you watching like Bugs Bunny cartoons
man,
when you were cooking or
I was
something?
a little high and I was like, these need some color. So I tried to chop up the carrots super fine. Because you know what? Listen.
Super fine. What's up, Surfer?
Dude, because you know what? Look, I'm sure you grew up the same way. My dad, when you had meals at the house, there would be a big pot of food that you just ate from all week. That's how poor people ate.
My mom, cooking was her thing.
Got it.
So it was different with us. But yes, I've been at the house where it was like, that's our third day sugo, they called it.
My dad would take out on Mondays, and you could tell. When you saw that orange, that yellow casserole pan with a lid, you were like, I'm eating out of this motherfucker all week.
Yeah.
Right? So the first day always had like a chicken or a beef in it. But you know, we would pick through that. And the next day.
So all the good meat is out?
Yeah.
So you just throw new meat in?
Tuna. Tuna was the new one.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it.
Tuna and some sort of cheese was always the second meat that went in on top of the casserole.
Yum.
And he would mix that up, right?
Oh yeah, that's just make it sound even better.
Second day, tuna was out.
Come on, you said tuna like 3 times.
Now listen, I don't know if I need to tell you this. We ate our way around the tuna and just ate like whether it was rice or pasta or the noodles, whatever that was. Third day, tuna's still there because we've eaten around it.
She said it like 6 times.
My man starts to add some bell peppers. He always went straight to the bell peppers, Brett. Yeah, for whatever reason.
It makes everything seem fresh.
Day 3, bell peppers.
Because they're crisp.
Yeah, crisp. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's
crisp bell pepper.
That's ghetto strong right there.
Okay, day 4, sandwiches with whatever was left.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I don't know if I can go day 5, Josh.
Yo, day 5.
No, I don't know if I can.
We were out. Day 5, if there was anything left, it would be like a hodgepodge. He was like, I can make sandwiches. Or he'd always say, always on Friday, there's some casserole left. Yeah, no shit, man. Yeah, no shit, there's some casserole left. God damn. Like, I left my childhood because chicken was the cheapest meat. I left my childhood when I left my house at 18. I don't think I'd exaggerate to tell you I didn't eat chicken for 3 years.
Yeah, I get that.
Did you have one of those?
Yeah.
A food that you were just inundated with?
I rejected Brussels sprouts categorically for about a decade just because my mom insisted they were good despite me hating them every time my entire life.
Bomb ass ones at my house.
Yeah, now I love them because I learned a million different ways to cook them and how good they can be, but man, I just didn't want to be wrong.
So your mom didn't do the big casserole pot?
Man, my mom was a fucking genie in the kitchen. She didn't fuck around.
And
she didn't fuck around.
How did she genie in the kitchen and still make it so sweet? Because you didn't have a whole lot of money.
No, man.
What was her staple? Like, how did she?
I did a lot of her recipes in my cookbook and a lot of stuff with like 8 ingredients or less, right? And basic things like here's some fucking chicken and here's some fucking potatoes and here's some fucking peppers. Like, what can you do? And a lot of the stuff in there is like people get intimidated by cooking, but I say 90% of the recipes are 8 ingredients or less, and salt and pepper count as 2. So it's really just 7. You know what I mean? So I'm using basic things like chicken, tomatoes, salt and pepper, olive oil, fucking whatever vegetable you want, zucchini. You know what I mean? Like whatever veggie's on sale, and just show a bunch of different ways to prepare those things. If you boil chicken for, you know, the right amount of time, depending on the breast. I don't want to give people times, because if they do it the wrong time, then they fucking sue me. But, you know, look it up online. Pull that meat, let it cool down, use a fork, and then scrape it, and it's pulled chicken. You can turn that into anything you want. You could do it with soy sauce and rice and broccoli. You could do it with bell peppers, onions, and do fajitas. And you can cook that over like 3, 4, 5 days, man. Yeah. And so it's just things like that that I try to show people, and then do stupid stories like we say in the book, man. That's backtothekitchenbook.com. Or you can just go on Amazon and go to Back to the Kitchen. But that's what the book's all about.
You know what I think we should end with? First, we're gonna.
I have a Mount Rushmore idea if you want.
I would like to do I would like to say to the people at Mack Weldon, A, if this week taught me nothing else, is that your underwear is so much better than anything else I'm putting on my body.
And he would never shit in them.
I would never shit in your underwear. Listen, that's going to be my new slogan.
Other underwears, they're getting shat in.
Yeah.
But not the Weldons.
Mack Weldon, not only do they give you a dick hug, but your body won't even let you shit in them. Your asshole's like,
your anus will literally remain closed until you pull down the Mack Weldon.
That's right. That explains a lot why they stay so clean. Because my body's like, we're keeping these clean. They were so soft. It was such a difference putting on different underwear.
Probably would have died if you didn't have.
It's really possible. My appendix could have come out my pee hole, is what I heard.
This is true.
Yeah, I've heard that.
No, that is true, right? I saw that on the Science Channel.
Yeah. Guys, MackWeldon.com.
What's the promo code?
It's prominent. PROMINENT. All caps. You're going to get 20% off.
Boom. Remember when it was 10? Remember that? But now we're ballers.
We're so much better.
20.
Guys, underwear, I never realized how important it was until I was in somebody else's underwear. That sounded worse than it was.
Yeah, but it's just sad that it took you this many years to figure it out. Don't be like Josh.
Don't be like me. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't tried them, try these underwear, because then you're going to put on your other underwear and you'll be like, I'm never putting on these fucking underwear ever again. MackWeldon.com. Prominent, PROMINENT.com. MackWeldon.com. It'll also keep your balls smelling nice and fresh. Great hoodies, great leggings,
socks,
joggers, great socks, great shirts. Guys, I don't know how many times to tell you that you are missing out if you're not digging into this 20% off deal. But wait, now there's a Mount Rushmore.
All right, you lost an organ.
Yes.
Small one.
Yes.
One that seems only built to kill you. I don't know what benefit it serves.
Interesting point, yes.
But I was thinking, what would be the 4 body parts that you could live without?
Woo!
If you had to live without 4. It could go organ.
Great question.
Or body part, with the human body.
Let me ask you
count the hair, whatever that counts to.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can I just cut off 4 toes?
Toe would require all toes, and finger would require all fingers.
All fingers?
Because otherwise you're just going to go pinky, that's 2, right? Because you can do a lot of things with 3 fingers and a thumb.
So all fingers and
Fingers
all
and
toes.
thumbs we're going to include, just to make it tougher.
Okay, fingers, okay.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. So I think I have another question.
Okay.
Can I cut off my toes and then cut off my foot?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, no, it's not. Toes help you grip and they help you walk. The foot is there for stabilization.
Right, but if you cut off your foot, you're losing your toes anyways.
Okay, so
I'm asking
you can connect them all if you want.
I don't want.
It makes it tougher.
All right, I'm starting with the toes on my left foot.
Okay.
Can I do that? Or
yeah.
should I do all
You're
toes?
right-footed. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going toes on my left foot.
Man, you went to body parts right away. Okay, that's hardcore, dude. I'm going hair. That's my first.
Hair's bringing in.
I'm going hair. I'm gonna be bald head slick. I'm gonna keep the shave clean, like Mr. Clean. Look like Ed Harris. Be like 60 years old. Be like, yeah.
I'll go hair too.
So okay, so that's your second.
Yeah.
That means no more beard, Josh.
Totally good.
Are you? You're gonna be okay never being able to take an Instagram photo looking like a homeless person with your hair all poof.
No, that's really gonna actually, now that you mentioned that, Freddie, I'm not gonna lie to you, that would actually take a big chunk out of it.
It would hurt, right?
That would really hurt a little more than you think it would hurt.
Because the wig wouldn't look the same.
No, but I like to but if I'm talking about other body parts, because then I just start to draw stuff on my head. You know what I mean? I'd make a joke out of it.
Find a way.
Yeah,
Find a way. All right.
Left toes, hair.
My second one is going to be the appendix. Because I legit don't know of any beneficial use it serves, but I definitely know it can kill you if it bursts, because it releases all kinds of toxic shit into your body. So that shit, I should have it removed even though mine's good.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2.
Now,
fuck the appendix.
I think cheating is fingernails and toenails.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you that. Although technically it is, but I'm not giving you that.
Yeah. Okay, so next, teeth.
You already bust up your teeth.
Yeah, I'm going teeth.
I don't know if you can give them up. They might be gone.
I'm going teeth. I'm gumming it out from here on out. Am I allowed to do, because I can't replace it with teeth.
You could do some dentures, I guess.
So I'm going teeth.
All right, and you're going to live with dentures. Is that your 3 or 4?
I'm at hair,
toes,
teeth, toes.
Hair, teeth, and toes. I'm at hair and appendix. Okay, I'm gonna next lose a kidney because I got 2.
I'm not doing that.
It's a tough recovery, but what if my kidney saves some awesome motherfucker's life and they are gonna go and do something amazing? Maybe they don't. Maybe they just live an average life, but at least they fucking got a couple extra years out of it. And I'm okay. I'm not dying in this. It's a guaranteed you're not gonna die.
Right.
So I'm gonna just be a one kid. I almost said one liver dude.
One kidney
which
dude.
Would be a lot easier. One kidney dude.
I love
That's
it.
my 3rd.
Freddie Prinze Jr., a one kidney kind of guy.
That's right. That's right. I think I'd be all right.
I'm not giving up my kidney because I'm keeping it just in case somebody I know needs it.
Right. Maybe me.
Maybe you, man. You might need my kidney.
Thanks, bro.
So
this is your 4th one. You already have no toes on your left foot. You got no teeth in your head.
And I got no hair.
Dude, you look all fucked up. I still look pretty.
You do look pretty.
The inside of me is hurting.
Well, I already lost my appendix.
Yeah, you did.
So I can't go that one.
I should let you.
I'm limping a little with my left foot. But you know what?
Limping a lot.
But you know what? It's all right. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Okay. Well, honestly, here's what I'm thinking. This is gonna.
It's tough. You're out of like things that you.
How old am I right now?
Yeah.
Because you know what actually came into my brain?
What?
Is my nuts. Like, I'm not having any babies. You know what I'm saying? And don't eunuchs get jacked?
Might be the greatest.
Don't eunuchs get jacked?
Well, you can get jacked if you took the right drugs.
But eunuchs get jacked, and that way I could never get hit in the nuts again. That pain's gone.
This might be the greatest idea.
I'm going nuts.
Dude, I might have to steal this.
I'm going nuts, Freddie. I'm keeping dick. I'm going nuts. Because what do I need him for? What am I needing for? You know what I mean?
I'm keeping dick. I'm losing nuts.
I'm losing nuts because you still, when you orgasm, it still feels great, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know when you.
It's a dry, dusty cough.
You know when you're like.
That was the noise you just made.
You know when you open up an old trunk in the attic and the dust comes out and you go.
That's gonna
like
be
that's what happens.
orgasm.
That's my orgasm is gonna be like an old. That's all it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like, I love you so much, baby. I love.
And then like a moth is gonna go.
It's a fucking John Woo style in slow motion. A bunch of moths.
Oh my god!
Like those birds behind Nicolas Cage in Face Off when for no reason pigeons like shot out the back of his trench coat.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm going balls.
That was the John Woo orgasm. Shoot. Okay, I got nothing to add to balls.
It's not a terrible choice.
Because not only was it shocking enough to get me to go along with it, but the evidence you provided is irrefutable as far as my limited medical knowledge goes. And as long as I can still have an orgasm without balls, as long as my dick gets hard, we're good. And I'm going no balls.
I think you can still get hard.
I'm committing to this.
Should we do an addendum? Should we do an addendum just in case?
Just to let everyone know what's most important to boys.
Yeah, we might do an addendum just in case. Because listen, honestly, I might lose an ear. Like if we're going next,
like a Weasley brother from Hogwarts.
Yes, I'm going bald with one ear. You know what I mean, and no eyebrows because I got no hair. So
Bro,
I got no eyebrows.
You might not need to get a hard dick because ain't nobody gonna be trying to get with you.
I'm saying, if
I'm going balls, I'm committing to balls.
Are you going balls?
I'm committing to balls.
Because I also might go left eye, and I also might go eye patch.
You don't want to go left eye, dude. You're good.
Lisa left eye?
Bro, you would have no hair anywhere, meaning no eyebrows, no nothing. Fucking one motherfucking eye.
No teeth.
No teeth and a limp. You sure you want to?
Am I still married?
I mean, I don't know how long. She loves you a lot, though.
Well, I just don't know.
She might stay.
I don't know about taking any other organs out of my body.
That's tough, dude.
I might. The toes I can hide.
I think you should go balls, man. I don't think you should drop an eye, too. You'd look like Sloth from Goonies.
Sloth love chunk.
He'd be like, Sloth love Beth. She'd be like, I know, baby, but
I don't love you. But what if you couldn't get a hard on? I don't know how. Isn't it funny, ladies, that we don't really know how our dick works?
Hey, whatever. I just know it works.
I think the blood flow still works, and I think that's more testosterone.
Well, testosterone's created in the testes.
That's what I'm saying. So I think you're losing
testosterone,
blood flow. But I think you still have blood flow
into the Johnson.
I think you still got blood flow.
The Cosmic Johnson.
By the way, somebody gave me a very solid Silver Surfer argument for having a dick.
Sometimes if they go uber nerd, you're like, man, that's so nerdy. I don't know if it's true, but I respect it.
That's exactly. It was in Philly. And this guy gave me this like 5-minute conversation. I was like, yo, man, I can't fact check any of that.
I've had some Star Wars guys hit me with some shit like, Freddie, what if the Force boom, bam, boom, boom? And I'm like 7 tweets later, I'm like, on the first tweet, I'd be like, nah, man, that's not really how it works. But by the 7th one, I'm like, you know what, dude?
Maybe.
I think it should work like that.
Dude, yeah.
I'm glad you're alive.
I'm glad to be alive.
You gonna be alive next week?
I am gonna be alive next week. ComedianJoshWolf.com, guys, for tour dates. But the next time I am out and about, I'll be in Boston the 2nd week of October. Check out the rest of the tour dates after that. And go grab my special, ComedianJoshWolf.com.
Yeah, 5 beans, man.
5 beans. And if you listen to this podcast, I promise you will like the special.
Yeah, it's Josh not getting interrupted. You'll like it more.
It is. If you like the podcast.
It'll be no one going, hey, wait.
If I do this.
Hold on, wait, no.
And you want to promote anything, man?
This Friday, we're releasing a new Freddy Versus. And tune into youtube.com/Keghead. You can see all our little sketches there. You can see all the board games we play, all the video games we play. And we'll have some cool Egghead announcements coming up very soon.
And that's Egghead with a...
Good.
All right, everybody. Prince and the Wolf.
You lived.
Live, buddy.
You didn't laugh too hard.
No, you had me going a couple times.